विचार चर्चा है वो शुरू करवा लेना। जिमें कि मैं पहला भी दस चुका हाँ, आज की इस विचार चर्चा का डिस्कशन का जो टॉपिक है, द रोल एंड कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ वुमेन इन द प्रमोशन ऑफ Sikh religion, a futuristic angle। मैं सब तो पहला बेनती करांगा डॉक्टर तेजिंदर सिंह होरां नूं कि वो इस विषय पर विचार चर्चा का आरंभ कर। बाकी जिन्होंने हिस्सा लेना, कुछ नाम बुलाए भी हुए हैं तो होर भी जिन्होंने हिस्सा लेना है वो अपने नाम मैनू दे सकते हैं। बच्चियों विचों खास करके संगत विच होर जो बीबियां हैं उन्होंने मेरी फिर बेनती है कि ये दो चार शब्द जरूर कहो ताकि सानू ये पता लग सके, संगत में ये पता लग सके और सारे सिख संसार में भी पता लग सके कि जो औरतां हैं वो धर्म की वृद्धि वास्ते, चढ़ती कला वास्ते, प्रमोशन वास्ते किस तरह काम कर सकदियां ने, किवें कर रही ने, तो भविख विच किहड़ियां मुगारां हैं जिन्हां दा वो सामना कर सकदियां ने, जिहदे नाल खालसा पंथ की जय जयकार होवे। हुण मैं डॉक्टर तेजिंदर सिंह होरां नूं बेनती करांगा कि उस स्टेज पर आके इस विचार चर्चा का आरंभ करें। वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी।
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। This is a very important topic, and I wish we had a lot more Sangat here. But we'll discuss it. I think we should continue our programs or whatever we have decided. Um, Before we discuss on this, I want to say a few things about this topic in general and how we treat men and women in our society and how we're supposed to treat. This is the sad part, like especially that we have a great religion in which there is equality for both the genders. Men and women should be considered equal, and that's the way it should be. That's the greatness of our religion, and we are supposed to follow that. But in general, we don't do that, and that's the sad part. You know, we see that day in, day out, even here also, and it's worse in India, that how we look at women and what position they are given and how they are treated. See, that's why our religion is different from the other religions from that aspect, that at least I can say, until he can shed more light on that. Our religion was the first religion in which the women was given the equal importance in life, that the women are as important as men. And from that basis, we should say that then how the woman has played an important role in this. But in practical life, are we doing this? And I mean, that's can be again a big topic. We can spend a whole day on that, discussing like that, what we are supposed to do and what we are doing it. Guruji has always said that, that how can we say that women are not equal when the women are the one who give birth to the emperors, to the kings, to everything possible in the world is not in existence if there is no woman. So to begin with also, we are giving more importance to the women, that they should be there each and every aspect of the life, and then we should go forward from there. Then other aspect of this thing is the mother. Now the things are changing, but let's look back. Then when we came from India or anywhere, mother plays the most important role in the life of the whole family, religion from that point of view. When we say that there is the kid is born, and from practical aspect and from the social aspect, the kid, whether a male or female there, he or she, they spend more time with the mother. There's more bondage with the mother, and so they learn whatever the mother, tries to teach them. So they pay more attention to that aspect. And in general, like the social setup was at that time, the men will go out and they will be responsible for the financial aspect of the family. So they don't spend that much time, or whenever they come out, they used to come at that time, they were more physical work and they were not spending that much time. So from that point of view, like the mothers will, in general, they get up early, they work more than men, and they also, like in our family, I can give an example. Our family, my mother will get up. She was the first one to get up, and she'll make tea, and then she'll wake us up, and then she will. We will not get the breakfast before we do the part. So I have mentioned that many times here. So from the beginning only, the mother can lay that importance of that fact that you have to do a part only then the day should start. So a mother can teach that to the kid. And kid, if you start that at a younger age, and the mother is doing too, the kid will automatically follow. We can look back in our lives. I'm an adult now, but I do a lot of things which I have been taught as a kid, mainly by my mother. And also, of course, you look back and you start doing the same thing. As a kid, whether you like it or not, you start doing the same thing your parents were doing it. And especially if you see your mother was doing that, and then you would try to follow those kind of things. So I try to do part. I hope my kids will do that same thing too. And so whatever is taught at that stage of the life is going to be with the kid rest of the life. कहते हैं ना कच्चा कड़ा होता है कच्चे कड़े पे जो कुछ तुसी बनाता जिस टाइम ना बनाता वो ही पक्का होए. So if at that tender age the mother does it and the kid will follow suit that thing. But that was at that time. Now we are in a different age. Here it's different. Here the mother has equal responsibility of most of the time, most of the families. Mother is also working as father is also working. So mother has now double responsibility that mother has to get out and make money also, but then still there's a responsibility. We at least say that, okay, mother no problem, mother should have done it, why mother didn't do it? I think in that point of view, we should not blame mothers for everything. We as a fathers also, we should play a role also to help in that aspect. And so that we can say that, we can say whatever has happened at that time, we have to say that they have equal role for the upbringing of the children, to contribute to the religion and everything. So both the parents have to play equal role. But in general, because of our historical aspect, because mother play important role, and moreover we see that there's a more bondage. So we already put more burden on the mother on this, and they do play a role, and we appreciate that from that point of view that they do play an important role in this aspect, and they have continued it. Whatever way they are doing it, whether they get a job and they come home and maintain their culture and religion, and they teach the kids also. And I have seen here in this particular town also, even our wives also have gone out of the way, gone long distances so that kids can learn Shabad Kirtan, kids can learn Tabla, kids can do this and that. The mothers do it, and that's in itself is an important role. They are working hard to get their children learn religion and also the Kirtan. And we have seen not only that, whenever time comes, as Uncle Ji has said about Charlie Muktian de Bare, Uncle Ji and the when they left Guruji, who encouraged them to go back? They were the women only. So we look at the other aspect also. In each and every person's life, that there are a lot of things can be changed, and who plays an important role? A woman plays an important role. And from my point of view, I'm inclined towards that women play more important role than the men. Of course, we always promote that men have done this and that stuff, but women are the one who play an important role, although they might be in the background, but they are doing it. And there's a big saying also, everybody's success, there's a woman behind it. And there's a mother as a kid. And then you grow up, it can be your wife, and it can be your friend. Then that's an important role they have been playing it, and they have been contributing it to our religion, our life, and there are a lot of examples which we can discuss, but I don't want to take much time. I have not prepared from that, but we are not ready that I'll be the first one to speak. From this we can start the discussion and we can go from there. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa.
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। और डॉक्टर ग्रैमर जी ने जो बेसिक पॉइंट्स हैं वो इसके हैं तो ये कोई होगी गल नहीं कोई भी पहला हो सकता है तो ये मैं हमेशा ही ध्यान रखता हाँ कि जो प्रिपेयर्ड ना हो उन्होंने सब तो पहला बुलाया जाए आपको पता लगे कि हमेशा प्रिपेयर रहना खालसे का काम है ऑलवेज रेडी एवर रेडी। सो हम मैं बेनती करांगा डॉक्टर सतिंदरपाल सिंह होरां कि वो भी दो चार मिनट अपने विचार रखन ताकि इस टॉपिक डिस्कशन इससे के बता सकिए। वही जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू।
I'm also not prepared, but I will say a couple of words. The role of Sikh women in our history has been started from, I think, Bibi Namki, who had a key role in Guru Nanak Dev Ji's upbringing. Whenever she used to remember him, he used to be there for her. And whenever he was in times of stress, where he had some problems, he used to go and spend a lot of time with his sister. His sister, I think, had an important role in his upbringing, or at least in his formative years. And then comes Bibi Bhani, and then the long list of all the gurus had their mothers and their wives played an important role. Guruji ne sare nu ikko jai samjhaya gaya. And as we trace down after the Guru's periods, Maharaja Manjit Singh, his mother-in-law, Bibi Kaur, she was pivotal in his rise to power and how he unified Punjab, all the missiles in formation of the strategic alliances and the battles he won. Bibi Kaur also, I think, played a very important role. Then coming to modern times, I think the role of women has actually been very solidified in Sikh religion, and I'm proud to say that whatever I am today, it's because of my mother. And just like Dr. Glamour's mother, my mother used to basically make sure that we rose very early in the morning and did our part, and she used to make sure, even when I was in medical school, that I would wake up early and do my studies and everything. And this habit has so far helped me a lot in my years now. I wake up early in the morning, and I've seen that it's helped me in good stead. And now, what is the role for futuristic women in our culture, in our religion, in our society? We have basically been treated them equally in theory, but of course there are a lot of grounds, a lot of other problems which we still have not conquered. And I think in Punjab, the female infanticide rate was very high, and that is not something which we are proud of. We are very sad about that why were more female babies aborted, or was it dowry, or was it whatever. I think over the years some other practices have crept up in our religion and have taken some roots also. The dowry is one thing which starts off. I think the basic premise of dowry is that the female is inferior, so we have to give something. But in modern times, I think it has no role to play. Giving gifts is okay. I think everybody likes to give gifts to their kids, to their son or to their daughter. And I think as organized religion, we have to make every effort to make sure that that dowry does not come in the final analysis, in the final, in the final analysis, to make sure that if a marriage has to take place, it doesn't cause any problems. So that's one thing we have to make sure we have to grapple with that issue. And the other thing about women getting, having babies, taking care of the domestic side and taking care of the professional side has also been something which is a constant struggle, a constant battle. And I think, in my opinion also, that women have a key role in raising the family and keeping it together. And I think we men, we have a role to play in the upbringing of our kids, but I still feel that the mother's role is much more than a man's role. Of course, we are not shirking our responsibilities. As far as the future, our women are going to universities, they're going and getting all the prestigious awards, medals, and I think we're very proud of that. But I think it's something which we cannot lose our focus, and I think we have to keep working on it. One other example which comes to mind is that in Golden Temple, women still cannot do kirtan. I think that's something which we also have to change, because if somebody is deserving, somebody is competent, there is no reason that she shouldn't be allowed to do kirtan. I know it's a tradition, and I think sometimes traditions have to change too. These are a few of my thoughts. Now I'll encourage somebody else to come forward. Right, Ji, Khalsa, right, Ji.
Now I will request Dr. GurSagar Singh ji. He has written some points. I hope he will do justice to the topic and give us guidance on this topic.
I think whatever has been spoken so far is really to the point, and it makes, if you really see, everything makes sense. And our duty is to realize this, 400 or 500 years ago, and that's the reason they actually tried to revolutionize all the Hindu society, giving more freedom to the woman, which those rituals were present at that time, just like Satinderpal, all other activities which were there. And even it actually Guruji has said their own, that Sokya Banda are here, just the women are the one actually who nurtures and actually brings all those genius in this world, so they should be respected, and they are the one actually, they should be given the best gravity and respect. And if you see, let's say, there are so many examples have been quoted. I remember one example, which actually my mother used to tell me, Sheikh Free, actually, how the Sheikh Free came into being one of the spiritual beings, just because, his mother used to put some candies, let's say if he's going to do a pot, then automatically, he would get a candy underneath, his bed, so he used to find out so many, sweets. So basically, he's, spiritual being is a result of what we actually, what mother started, in the beginning. And we actually, a couple of weeks ago, we had, a discussion on, when Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, when they were actually, he was released, actually the role was played by Jahangir's, wife. Actually, and he, she actually changed how Jahangir felt about the Sikh faith among the masses. Actually, he's the one actually, first being, he actually, he was responsible for Shahidi of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, and he's the one who actually extended his hand, being friend with Guru Hargobind Singh Ji. So basically, there's so much, example after example you can see. We together, as a family, basically what does that mean is the togetherness of the family. We share the responsibility to bring up the families. The father has to play his own role, mother has to play its own. But if you see in the history, the mother has played mother has become a major asset how the kids are going to come in the future. Though it doesn't work all the time, there is genetics and other things, that come into play. But as a rule, mother really has made a big difference how to nurture the mind of the child. And as we already know that every successful person, behind, there is a very devoted woman behind it. So, and the Sikh, our all our history is a guide for that. I mean, we can learn from the history, and our history is a guide. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa,
Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. The role and contribution of women in the promotion of Sikh religion, a futuristic angle. This is the topic of today's discussion. ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲਿਆ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਜੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਲੀਡਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟਾਈਮ ਬਾਅਦ 'ਚ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ ਬੀਬੀ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਹੋਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਜੋ ਲੇਖਕ ਵੀ ਹਨ, ਬੜੇ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਹਨ, ਉਹ ਇਸ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝੇ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਬੀਬੀ ਮਨਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। परमात्मा ने प्रेम, नम्रता, दया और शक्ति की मिट्टी नाल औरत का सृजन किया है। साढ़े गुरु साहिबान गुरु संत फकीरां ने परमात्मा और आत्मा के परम मिलन की तुलना औरत के सच्चे प्रेम नाल की है, क्योंकि अपने कीर्तन के सच्चे प्रेम विच निस्वार्थ समर्पण ही औरत में इतना महान और पवित्र स्थान देता है। इसके अलावा औरत की तुलना एक शक्ति के रूप में भी सदा होती आई है। अगर असी अपने सिख इतिहास वाल नजर पाइए तो अनेक ऐसे सिख औरतों के प्यार, वीरता और बलिदान के उदाहरण सानू मिल जाएंगे। बेबे नानकी, माता खीरी, बीबी अमरो, माता गुजरी जी, माता साहिब देवा, माता सुंदरी, ऐसे अनेक असंख्य नाम हैं जिन्हों पर हर सिख को गर्व है। माता गुजरी जी का पूरा जीवन ही त्याग की ऐसी मिसाल है जिसका कोई होर उदाहरण दुनिया में नहीं मिलता। वो महान सिख बीबियां ही सन जिन्होंने सच्चाई और धर्म की रक्षा लिए अपने छोटे छोटे बच्चों के दम कटवाए, पर सिक्खी नहीं छोड़ी। अज के युग में सिख औरतां हर क्षेत्र में पुरुष नाल कंधे नाल कंधा मिला के चल रही हैं। अज की सिख औरत एक पढ़ी लिखी और जागरूक है। साढ़े गुरु साहिबान ने कभी भी औरत और मर्द बीच मतभेद नहीं किया, दोनों को बराबर दर्जा दिता। गुरु गोबिंद सिंह जी का अमृत प्रचार सारी सिख कौम वास्ते एक बराबर है। औरत मर्द का कोई भेद नहीं। अज गुरुद्वारियां के सारे कार्यक्रमों में औरतां हिस्सा लेंदियां हैं, चाहे पाठ करना, कीर्तन करना या लंगर की सेवा करना, कोई भी शुभ हो। अज वाशिंगटन दी कौर फाउंडेशन ऑफ सिख वूमेन कई तरीके नाल सिक्खी के प्रचार लिए काम कर रही है। कितनी ही सिख बीबियां ने अमरीका में रह के सिक्खी के सच्चे रूप में दुनिया के सामने रखने वास्ते डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज बनाई ने। बीबी हरप्रीत कौर दी विडोज कॉलोनी, बीबी रीमा आनंद दी भगत पूरन सिंह के जीवन की कई ऐसी डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज ने जिहड़ी साडे वास्ते बहुत ही गर्व की गल है। अज एक गल बहुत तकलीफ देती है कि दरबार साहिब में औरतों को पाठ कर कीर्तन करने की आज्ञा क्यों नहीं। थोड़े दिन पहले इंटरनेट पर पढ़िया कि गुरमत संगीत नाल जुड़े हुए कीर्तनी जत्थे ने दरबार साहिब में कीर्तन करने वास्ते बुलाया गया। इस जत्थे में गुरु साहिबा के समय के प्रयोग होने वाले साजां, सरिंदा, रबाब, दिलरुबा, सारंगी आदि नाल कीर्तन करने की रियायत में जिंदा रखा हुआ है। इस बीबियां भी पूरी तौर पर नाल कीर्तन करदियां हैं, लेकिन दरबार साहिब में बीबियां ने कीर्तन करने की आज्ञा ना मिलने करके गुरमत संगीत के संस्थापक से प्रोफेसर सुंदर सिंह ने कहा कि साडा बड़ा सुभाव है कि सानू इत्थे कीर्तन करने का अवसर मिलता, लेकिन असी चाहते हैं कि पूरे जत्थे को अवसर मिले, जिसमें बीबियां भी शामिल हों। मेरा भी यही कहना है कि असी अज औरतां अगर सच्चाई और अपने हक वास्ते जागरूक होकर एकजुट काम करिए तो असी अपनी आने वाली कौम वास्ते नई बुलंदियां की सीढ़ी तैयार कर सकते हैं। असी इत्थे छोटे छोटे कितने ही तरीक़े नाल ऐसी कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बना सकते हैं, या असी जिस तरह पंजाबी की क्लास चलाने हैं, समर कोर्सेज क्लासेस चलाने ने, जिहदे विच बीबियां ने बहुत अच्छी तरह हिस्सा लिता है। और मैं एक्सपैक्ट कर रही हूँ कि अगों भी असी इस चीज़ बढ़ चढ़ के हिस्सा लीए और इस चीज़ में और अच्छी तरीके नाल कर पाइए। वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा,
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। साध संगत, बीबी मंजीत कौर होरां ने विषय के उत्ते बहुत ही खूबसूरत तरीके के नाल अपने विचार रखे हैं और ਜਿਹੜੇ ਚੈलेंजेस ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੰਗਾੜਾਂ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਕੌਮ ਨੂੰ ਦਰਪੇਸ਼ ਹਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੱਲ ਵੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਖਿੱਚਿਆ ਹੈ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂ ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਖੀਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਕਲੂਜਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਕੁਝ ਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇਤਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਪੰਥ ਦੀ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਹਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਿਖਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਹੋਣ ਤਾਂ ਜੋ ਸਿੱਖ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਇਸ ਧਰਮ ਦੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਰ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਬੀਬੀ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਬੀਬੀ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਮੰਗਵਾਇਆ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟਰੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਕਲੋਨੀ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੇ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਔਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਵਰਲਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਚਰਚਾ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਔਰਤਾਂ 1984 ਦੇ ਦਿੱਲੀ ਦੇ ਦੰਗਿਆਂ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੁਖੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਵਿਛੜ ਗਈਆਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਦਾਸਤਾਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੱਸੀ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬੀਬੀ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਗਾਣਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਬੁਲਾਏਗੀ। ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋ ਨਿਹਾਲ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਈ ਸੀ ਔਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਕਲੋਨੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਫਿਲਮ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟਰੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਹੈ ਉਹਦਾ ਜੋ ਟ੍ਰੇਲਰ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਵੀ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ। ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਾਂਗਾ ਬੀਬੀ ਅਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਬਰਾੜ ਹੋਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਸਟੇਜ ਤੇ ਆਉਣ ਔਰ ਇਸ ਟਾਪਕ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਰੱਖਣ। ਬੀਬੀ ਅਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ
I'm not going to mention anything about how important women are in domestic issues. I think we already established that. But in terms of Sikhism, I think that's the main thing that has been distinguished between us and other major religions like Islam and Hinduism. And I think in future, the role of women playing in future Sikhism is a huge one. I think it's because the women in Sikhism have been such a separate identity, and I think it would be the reason why a continuation of reason Sikhism is so different. Besides, and what people will look into Sikhism and what they will see is the fact that we've actually mentioned in our holy book that women are equal, and as I said earlier, we've probably given more importance to women than even men. And
संक्षेप में अपनी बात कही है। Now I request Bibi Jasmine to come to the stage and say a few words on this topic, the role and contribution of Sikh women in the promotion of Sikh religion in a futuristic angle. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa.
Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji. A lot has been said already. I mean, it's hard to think what to say, but the earliest memories that I had with my grandmother was her sitting with me with a little book teaching me Ura Ara, and I remember my mom would always teach me Panchpuriya when I was little in the morning, like when she was like getting me ready, and looking that way, I know that I based my decision on like what I want to do in college. I wanted to do I was thinking either medicine or dentistry, and I want to do dentistry because I know I will have more time to spend with my family and my kids, so I can do the same thing that my parents and my grandparents did with me. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa.